Yo, it's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang? Thank you to everybody who has been subscribing to the channel, supporting the channel, taking out the time to like the videos and watch the videos, and leave the comments, man. Listen, I appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Encourage others to subscribe to the channel. Pass the word about Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Become part of the About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang. Also, don't forget to hit the notification button and share the videos to stay up on the latest with me, Rashawn. Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Okay. October 23rd, I think. Shakur Stevenson versus Jemel Herring. Jemel Herring is 23-2 with 11 KOs. He has 2 losses. He lost to Ladarius Miller, and he lost to Dennis Shafikov. Dennis Shafikov. In May of 2019, he won the WBO junior lightweight title. So you got Shakur Stevenson from Newark, New Jersey, 2016 Summer Olympic silver medalist. He beat Joet Gonzalez in 2019, and he won the vacant WBO featherweight title. And then he beat the guy Jeremiah Nakathila for the WBO interim junior lightweight title. And now he's fighting Jemel Herring for the WBO junior lightweight title. Now, let's talk about why I like this fight. And I think this fight is actually going to be more exciting than people think. Even though Jemel Herring is slightly taller, and of course, everybody know about, I think that the background story for both of these guys are good. How great. Shakur Stevenson coming from Brick City, growing up in poverty, overcoming that, fought his way to the Olympics, and now he's pro. And Jemel Herring, went into the Marines, I think straight out of high school. I think he did maybe 2 tours or something like that over in Iraq, and suffered from the PTSD and, with the drinking and all that stuff, and went and got help, got himself together, and found salvation through boxing. He found peace through boxing. So shout out to both of those guys, Jemel Herring and Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to talk about, great American stories, then I think these 2 guys, exemplify that. So shout out to both of them. So back to why I feel like, this fight is actually a good fight and is going to be more exciting than people think. Like I said, even though Jemel Herring is slightly taller, I think they're evenly matched. They're both southpaws. And like I said before, Jemel Herring is 23-2 with 11 KOs, and Shakur Stevenson is 16-0 with 8 knockouts. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he has 8 KOs. Now, Shakur caught a lot of heat in his last fight against Jeremiah Nakathila. Everybody, and even Andre Ward, you could hear it in the commentary, Tim Bradley was, making smart comments about, Shakur Stevenson, even though I still feel like to this day, Shakur Stevenson is a better boxer than Timothy Bradley ever was or ever could be. But, Ward, knew that Ward was saying that Shakur Stevenson had all of the tools and had everything that he needed to press the issue of, knocking or stopping Nakathila. But Shakur Stevenson said Nakathila was the strongest guy he's ever been in the ring with to date. The strongest guy he's ever been in there with. So he respected his power. So Nakathila was hitting him with something that made him think like, hey, I got to be smart. I got to be strategic and not reckless. And I think that both of these guys share that. I think they can exchange when they need to. But at the same time, I feel like that they're both smart, strategic fighters. Both of them. Now, Jemel Herring being the older of the two. Of course, Shakur Stevenson is the young guy. Now, I do pick Shakur Stevenson to win this fight. By decision. I see this fight going 12 rounds. But I think it's going to be 12 rounds of excitement. Because, all right, since Shakur, now, when Shakur fought Toka Khan Cleary, I thought he put on a boxing clinic. He pitched a shutout. And I did a video about it, Y'all can go back through my archives and see. I did a video about it. I thought Shakur pitched a shutout. And then we know that in Jemel Herring's last fight, he TKO'd Carl Frampton. Which was a good fight too. So both of these guys are coming off of victories. Shakur has something to prove. Jemel Herring, for him to fight was business. But now he's like, well, Shakur all of a sudden is, he coming out, with this character that he trying to portray, this, that, and the third. But hey, that's the business aspect. He's trying to sell the fight. I get it. It's fine. It's okay. A lot of people do it. Rolly Romero doing it, even though he he don't got a chance in hell to beat Gervonta Davis. But he's doing what he do. He's going, he gonna make you want to watch the fight just by what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I think that these guys are evenly matched. I think this fight is going to be more exciting than people think. Because a lot of people looking at Shakur's last performance and they figure, because, and I think as far as power, I think these two guys are evenly matched too. Even though Shakur only has 8 knockouts, Herring only has 3 more knockouts than Shakur. So I think power-wise, they're evenly matched. Skill-wise, I think that they're evenly matched, with Shakur having a slight edge. Slight edge. So how do y'all see this fight going? Smash the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, tell others to watch this video, hit that like button and subscribe. What do y'all think about Shakur Stevenson versus Jemel Herring? How do y'all think this fight going to end? I see the fight going 12 rounds. I see it going 12 rounds. And I'm going to be honest, if either I know a lot of people probably going to say if anybody gets stopped, Shakur probably stop Jemel Herring. And okay, I'll go out and say this. If Shakur stops Jemel Herring, it's possible he may stop him with a body shot. He may stop him with a body shot. It's possible. But I think we should look for these two guys probably to put on the best performance of their careers. Now, Shakur said that Jemel Herring knows that this is the biggest fight of his career. But this is the biggest fight also of Shakur Stevenson's career. It's even bigger than the fight with Joet Gonzalez when he won the WBO featherweight title. And when you want to look at resume, Jemel Herring's resume is longer, and he has some slightly, better names. So in the beginning, you got to understand that fighters are going to always do what they're going to do what they're supposed to do, especially if you are looked at as being somebody that's going to take off in this sport. So they're going to feed you people that you're supposed to destroy, and you better look good doing it. You better look good doing it. So this is, these guys, they were running through the people, and then, as they started climbing up the ladder, and I feel like, Shakur with 16 fights is still, climbing. And even though this is the biggest fight of both of their careers, I still don't think that this is the biggest fight of Shakur's. I mean, this is not the last biggest fight of his career, but to date, this Jemel Herring is his biggest test. I don't even think Nakathila was. Nakathila was just one of those awkward fighters. And like I said, and when after that fight, when everybody was criticizing him, every fighter gets that opponent that's just awkward. That's just how it is. Every fighter is going to get that opponent that's just awkward. And no matter what you try to do or how you try, because see, like I said, you can have a game plan and all that, you know what I mean? You can work on a game plan, you can watch, video, you can watch, tape and stuff and study your opposition and all that. But when you actually get inside that ring, you don't know what type of adjustments that you're going to have to make once that bell rings. You don't know. And you don't know what type of adjustments you're going to have to make as the rounds go on. So this is why I didn't understand why everybody was being so hard on Shakur and just talking so bad about him. Now all of a sudden he's a boring fighter. He's not a boring fighter to watch. He's not. And if you think that he's a boring fighter, then what part of his career that was y'all paying attention to? I mean, everybody was looking at him, like, oh man, that young kid Shakur, when he was working his way up and he was mopping people up. But that's what he was supposed to be doing. You're supposed to pique the interest of the public when when you stepping out like that. It's like being invited to a special occasion. You want to look your best or be the best dressed there. So again, how do y'all think this fight is going to play out? Who do y'all see winning? And how do y'all see this fight ending? What are y'all views? Who do y'all think has the advantage skill-wise? Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Leave those comments. Share this video. Give it that good old thumbs up. But again, I said, my opinion, I think this fight is going to be more exciting than people think. A lot of people, because some people know about Jemel Herring, some people don't. Some people know about Shakur Stevenson, some people don't. Some people like Shakur, some people don't. And so for the people who don't like Shakur, they just, they want to see him get beat up. But again, like I said, do y'all think that these two guys are evenly matched? I feel like I feel like this fight, at least the way it looks on paper, these guys are evenly matched. Evenly matched. Skill wise and everything. Even though, Shakur, went to the Olympics and won the silver medal in 2016 and all that. They're both southpaws, but I still just feel like that these guys are just perfect for each other. You know how some fighters, how you get that one dance partner and y'all just gel. I think this might be one of those fights. I could be wrong. Feel free to drop the comments in the comment section below. If y'all feel like that I'm a little off track, steer me back in that right direction. But I think this fight is going to be more exciting than people think. I think these guys are evenly matched. And like I said, if he can stop Jemel Herring, it's possible he may stop him with a body shot. But I think round one, they gonna come out like like most fighters do, filling each other out. Because southpaws always say it's an awkward fighting other southpaws. A lot of southpaws say it's easier to fight a conventional style fighter, but I think these guys definitely gonna fill each other out. And I think as the rounds progress, I think they gonna get into it. Because even though I know Shakur trying to sell a fight, but still he want to prove a point. Jemel Herring want to just beat him. I go in there and do my job, whether I stop him or go 12 rounds. That's why you haven't heard Jemel Herring talking about, knocking him out. And I'm gonna dust this jacket. You know what I mean? I'm gonna mop him up. I'm gonna do this. It's like, and Jemel Herring is trained by Brian Bomac McIntyre, Terrence Bud Crawford's trainer. And Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson is real close, but he cool with Jemel Herring too. And remember, like in the past, when Shakur Stevenson was getting ready for fights and stuff, and he be working out with Terrence Crawford and Bo Mack and them and all that. You know, Bo Mack said, I don't have nothing against Shakur Stevenson or his team or his trainers and none of them like that. He said, Jemel Herring is my fighter. I got a job to do and the work gonna get done. Says nothing personal. Even Terrence Crawford said, look, both of these guys is my brothers. I can't give neither one of them no advice. But Shakur said, man, listen, man, but my man, that's my big brother, man. Like, you know, I know he's saying this, but deep down inside, like, he know I'ma dust this guy off. He know I'ma do him in. So, you know, and you know, you're supposed to have the confidence. You know, Shakur Stevenson said he don't like losing. His team said he don't like losing. Ever since he, you know, couldn't get the gold medal and got that silver, you know, he felt like he was, you know, robbed. And a lot of people say he was robbed and cheated too. But he said ever since then, that gave him that determination. You remember that happened with Floyd. When Floyd got robbed in the Olympics. And after that, Floyd said, you know what? That's it. Forget this Olympic stuff. I'm turning pro and I'm never losing again. And Floyd never lost. So subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, leave those comments, share this video, hit that notification bell. Let me know what y'all think about Shakur Stevenson versus Jemel Herring. Who wins, who loses? Does anybody get stopped? If so, who? Somebody gets knocked out? Who? Who y'all think is better skill-wise? Who do y'all think is going to have the advantage? Before I close this video out, I want to give a shout out to Ticket TV, Kwame Brown, Aki TV, Rebel Life Boxing, YSM, Fight Hype, Champ Side, Boxing Ego, Blue Blood Sports TV, my man MZ Always Talk Boxing, and anybody else, you know what I'm saying, you know, out there, you know, that's doing their thing on YouTube, you know, and all of these people that I just gave shouts out to, I don't know any of them personally. I've never met them, but I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. You know, I respect the fact that they speak facts and they speak their mind. You know what I mean? This is, you know, this is that new media, you know, not that old media stuff, that bias crap. This is the new media movement. So I respect new media and I respect, you know what I mean, everybody that's doing their thing. So shout out to new media and everybody that I plugged prior to that. I appreciate y'all. You know, hopefully y'all watch this video, like this video, share this video, and encourage others to subscribe to this channel. Rashan's About Time Boxing. Shakur Stevenson versus Jemel Herring.